Hi.
Thanks for coming.
Hey, girl.
Thanks for coming.
Oh, grrr.
Good day, and thanks for coming, everyone, down under. My name is Seth. What's yours, Joey's?
Hi, it's Jamal.
Hi. It's Stony.
Hi, Stoney.
Reluctantly here. Stony, thank you for coming.
I'm embarrassed to be part of this, but whatever.
We're only putting the picture of you as the face of the podcast for Down Under.
Yeah,
so.
this is your season.
I guess.
Yes, girl.
I'm not down under.
Are you excited that we're not doing Fantasy League this season, so you can't lose?
Yeah, I'm actually, this is the first time I'll win the season.
And the winner is... Who cares?
Me, because I didn't have to do it.
We all win.
That good old Snatch Game non-win.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hello, everyone. Thanks for coming to our most magically gay podcast there ever is. We are, of course, back again to bring you full coverage of everything going on in RuPaul's Drag Race, which means Season 1 of RuPaul's Drag Race Down Under.
Woo! Welcome to a new franchise. We are Down Under, New Zealand, and Australia. So exciting to see some fresh faces.
Yes, a new season that doesn't last for 5 years. I'm so here for it.
You don't know that. Don't jinx it.
Yeah, you
don't know
you
that.
better take that shit back.
I'm confident that we will eliminate queens week by week and not do some shenanigans. So,
Yes, we've got quite the cast of Sheilas this season here.
Ooh, yes, Sheila's. I know that term.
Yes, girl. I just wanted the Australian and New Zealand listeners to feel welcome.
That's right. Welcome to Thanks for Coming podcast. If this is your first time listening, hopefully we do you justice. And please feel free to drag us. Just give us time to apply the Vaseline to our edges, please.
And do it through a Venmo tip. Speaking of which, we have new tips this week. We're so excited to be earning money.
This is new for us, and I was not expecting to get the traction that we've been receiving, the response we've been receiving. So thank you to everyone. But Seth.
Yes, we are so excited. We got one, and we also got our first Cash App tip this week too.
yes, love the Cash App.
We out you.
Yes, girl. This is a tip from one of our besties, Dean, and he said, "Thanks you for entertaining, engaging, and educating. You know, we're out here walking the children in nature, and we're doing what we can, you know?"
Thank you so much, Dean. We appreciate that. We'll definitely connect when we're over in the UK.
Yes. Thank you, Dean. So we also have a fun...
Wait.
Oh.
And if you want to tip us on Cash App, you can do so at $TFC Pod. Okay, your turn.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but this is very important because Leslie tipped us on Venmo, and she said, "For my sissies," which is amazing. And
oh my God, sissy!
Yes, and we love Leslie and Brian because Leslie and Brian are amazing, and we have Kesha the Pumpkin because of Leslie and Brian.
Yes, I have so many amazing memories with Leslie and Brian. Of course, the long story short about my time at IU was I started college in 2005, moved home in 2009. When I moved back to Bloomington in 2011, and I started working at the Goodwill in Bloomington, the College Mall location, Leslie and a gaggle of other queens I met became fast friends. And Leslie and Brian were around at the start of Stoney and I's relationship when we started planning our little reception party because we just went to the courthouse and got married. They were one of the first pair of people we wrote down on the guest list. They were always such good fun. Like, I can't tell you how many nights I just crashed on like their couch because we just drank and stayed up too late, or Brian was like hand rolling us sushi at midnight, or Leslie was like, no, I'm not tired, we're going out. So we just like kept trolling Kilroy's and the upstairs and all of Kirkwood, or it was just a dope house party. Like, these are people I will never forget. So thank you, Leslie and Brian, for listening. She did tell me that Brian started listening just for us. So thank you, Brian.
Yes, thank you, Leslie and Brian. We love you.
Thank you. They
thank you, sissies.
They met me at a critical point in my transition into the person I am today. So thank you for supporting the show, and thank you for still being connected to me in the podcast.
Yes, queens. We have a few news articles, a few hot topics. Some might call it hot goss. And we are stealing Willem's shtick because fuck her.
Yes.
Suck my dick, bitch.
She might as well be a bath mat.
Yes, girl. So we have a couple of podcast-related comments from the queens this week. We'll start with Miss Kasha Davis, and she is tweeting about an interesting topic that maybe you would want to weigh in on, fans. She says, it's very interesting that we get mad at online bullies / keyboard warriors for coming for a queen who competed on RuPaul's Drag Race. Yet bloggers, podcasters, etc. feel they can rip them to shreds. What's the difference? Anybody can start a blog or podcast. Who made you the expert?
That's a good question, Miss Kasha Davis, considering I don't follow you or know what the fuck you're up to these days.
Personally, I'll tell you what makes me an expert. I actually have a doctorate in dragology that I earned from the School of Hard Knocks. And it's a prestigious Ivy League university, and I'll be happy to show anybody my degree.
I mean, first of all, anyone can apply and go on Drag Race. Just look at Soju. And then second of all, like, I don't know, like, girl, we've been watching lots of Drag Race, and we can, like, go on this podcast and talk about whatever we want. And that doesn't mean we're going to drag you. We're just going to drag things that we see on the show. Not you personally, but just the look that you created on the show. So I don't know, Kasha Davis, maybe you should just go back to season 6 or whatever season you came from, because I don't remember. There's been too many seasons at this point.
And come on, you know, like, truly and really, like, say it with your full breastplate, you know, like, call out the people that are being shitty to you, because there's a lot of podcasts like us, like, we playfully shade and we give constructive criticism as viewers. We never claim to have done drag or be drag professionals. We're kind of giving our comments as viewers, and also very much in line with what we've seen on the show from season 1 to now. So
I feel like we are kind of like drag professionals, though, because we are making money now.
We are making money.
Yeah.
We're going to have to report
so take
this.
that, Kasha.
That's
Yeah,
right.
So get out of our face, Kasha
Once we
Davis.
make a certain amount, we're going to have to tell, you know, the IRS and all of that about these coins.
But, I mean, if you would love to come on the podcast...
Girl.
We would love to interview about it. We could talk about it if you want, because we do love you and Mr. Kasha Davis.
Yeah,
I
because
still don't remember what season she was on. Season 6?
We can't make blanket statements like
I feel
this.
like that's light shade.
I mean, I don't know.
I'm
was
trying
it
to
the
figure
Pearl
it out.
season? Was it 7?
It was either 6 or 7. I don't know.
That says enough right there. Anyway, there's a difference. Like, some shows are very sloppy, yes, and
She was on season 7. I just looked it up.
Nice work. We got it right.
Perfect. The best season of all time.
We all know how well season 7 was received by the fans.
We don't like season 7. But I mean, come on, like, let's do your homework. We do our homework as podcasters that are actual fans of the show. Yes, not all podcasts present the quality of work that we do. But before you come out there and just making blanket statements, setting yourself up for trash, like setting yourself up because you said that, be clear. Say it with your full breastplate. call the people out so that people know
our names.
Yeah, say their names and let us know who you're talking about.
Yeah, and also, like, I don't know. I feel like it's so easy to, like, dunk on, like, podcasters and stuff, like, when we're just, like, trying to, like, talk about a show that we love, and it's like, maybe you should be going for someone else. I don't know.
Not to mention, a lot of these queens go out of their way to not actually be drag performers, but to prepare for being on the show. And that's something that actual Ru girls have said. So don't come for me.
Yeah, and Kasha can't see us. Like, we look flawless. Like, my contour is so sharp. You just can't see it because it's a podcast. Like, it's not my fault.
Yeah, we're definitely not an old lady drag like Kasha.
And sorry you can't see my glittered titties. It's too bad.
Yeah. And I'm definitely moving around the stage, unlike some people. So, but that kind of leads us into like another little story that is also dealing with podcasting, and that is all about Tamisha Iman is coming for Monet.
I'm scared, y'all. Like, Tamisha Iman at this point is like Freddy Krueger, like Nightmare on Drag Street. She's coming for you.
Yeah, like...
For the record, we all love you. We've never said anything bad about you. So
That's
just
right.
want to get that disclaimer
That's
out there.
right.
Yeah, I was just going to say that I am on team Tamisha Iman. I don't care what she said or what she's saying. Like, I'm on her team. So, you know what? I'm sticking by the person that I know will protect me the most, and that is Tamisha Iman.
Now,
Yeah.
full disclosure, we're kind of just learning about all of this tea. I subscribe cousin level to the Sibling Rivalry Podcast Patreon. So I really like haven't picked up on any of the like shade against Tamisha Iman, but that could be on me because I'm getting used to Patreon as far as like how frequently I watch and listen. But I'm all here for Tamisha having a platform and sharing her thoughts because there are a lot of us, and I enjoy Bob and Monet, don't get me wrong, I do. But there's a lot of podcasts that we all listen to. We may not agree or we may slightly disagree with some points that people make, but we just keep it moving. So I watched the video that Seth shared with us with Tamisha basically acknowledging it. And I am excited for her show, mainly because she's going to bring out queens for interview. It sounds like it's going to be an interview style show where she talks to queens who just didn't get their just due with the Drag Race platform.
Yes, and it is this video, I believe, is coming out today, the day the podcast is out.
Mm-hmm.
So you would want to go over to YouTube and look at Tamisha Iman's channel and go give her some likes and views and stuff, whatever you kids do on the YouTubes.
That's right, because, you know, Tamisha has been around for 30 plus years before she got on Drag Race. So she very much did pave the way for a lot of queens, mainly the black and brown queens on the show. So we respect, but we want to call a spade a spade. So we're doing our homework on this one until we get the full tea, listeners.
Yeah, so listen up, little girl.
Yeah. Honestly, like, I love all these queens, so like I'm not like picking sides. I'm just here because there's tea.
Same,
so like I just want to.
same.
I'm just here to watch what happens live.
Same. I want to see
Okay,
what's
Andy.
happening because you know Bob is just going to keep trolling it and bring it.
Yeah,
Sorry, I saw powder on the table. I had to do my Andy impression.
it makes sense.
It really does. It fits. The slipper fits, bitch.
Yes, girl. What else do we have to talk about? Oh yeah, this hateful ass bitch, Caitlyn Jenner.
Wow, this is such a busy like news week this week.
I know.
I know. We got so much to talk about. Hope you guys don't mind some hot goss.
We need some breaking news sound effects.
So basically, Caitlyn Jenner is just like a dumb transphobic bitch, and she's trans. So isn't that amazing?
Weird.
Wild. Absolutely wild. I want to talk to Candace Kane about this. Mainly...
Or T.S. Madison.
Or T.S. Madison, because listen, do you remember when they had their show right at the start of their transition, and they were basically like... Through their actions, Caitlyn was insinuating that being trans was about playing dress up, basically. And you have all these friends on this national and global show with your name on it, you dumb bitch. That's like, hey, sis, some of us have been through things. It's more about playing dress up and putting on makeup and a fierce weave.
Yeah, I mean, I've been like OG hating Caitlyn,
Same.
so I didn't watch that show, and I don't plan on it because I'm not giving her the views.
Low key, I hate watched it because I knew it was going to be some fuckery.
Seth has been an OG hater of Caitlyn. Like, I wanted to give her a chance, and I really, like, I watched her show, and I was like, really, like, here for Caitlyn in the beginning, but she clearly turned out to not give a shit, and she's like turned into this Republican hog that only cares about
hog,
like her, like saving her fortune. Like let's be real here. Like, she's only running for governor and trying to win so that she can like lower taxes so that she has to pay less out.
Oh yeah,
like,
the Kardashians
because of her fortune.
is ending.
It's just a bunch of bullshit. It's like all Republicans, they only care about their money, and they only care about, oh no, well, I don't want to pay too high of taxes because then I have to pay extra because I don't know, I was given like opportunities in life and got to the
privilege
to the top, and now I have to pay out. Oh, I don't want to do that.
Let me tell you something, Caitlyn. I don't care how the fuck old you are.
Privilege.
I don't care how the fuck old you are. If you don't put some lotion on your hair and some oil in that hair and look like something with that dog, I don't care. You are a person representing a community, and if you're going to look this stupid, at least try to look fierce doing it. But it's not a coincidence you look like a piece of shit when you made the comments that you did.
Her wig looks as thirsty as electroshock.
Like a used fucking sponge, one that you've been using on your shower for the past 8 months.
Yeah, so basically the comment that Caitlyn Jenner, just to kind of like actually tell the story and not just be hateful towards Caitlyn Jenner, the story is that basically, Caitlyn's running for governor in California, and she is making comments. She's like, oh, I didn't expect to get asked this question. It's like, girl, you're trans. Like, they're going to ask you questions about the trans experience.
Right. You're
like,
running for governor in California. Like, you're going to get asked about trans. Like, things that are happening in the fucking country. Like, there's, 34 bills in front of, like, the different states, like, about, like, this issue. And you...
Anti-trans bills.
And you don't think you're going to get asked about it, you dumb fucking bitch. Like, she's so stupid.
Yeah, have some fucking awareness. Not all of us can buy our way into places and opportunities.
Yeah. So basically, she, in her statement to, like, TMZ, she said that girls that are biologically born male, I guess, is that called AMAB? Assigned male at birth, then, sorry if I use that term incorrectly, I'm just trying my best here, then they should not be allowed to compete on women's sports teams.
Yeah, which
like high schoolers.
So, and that's a whole nother narrative, like trans kids, like people who are technically minors and they're going through the trans experience, like that's a whole other narrative. And you're supposed to be like an example and a beacon of hope for people like you, and it's just like,
as an Olympic athlete,
it's even more of a slap in the face for somebody that was an athlete, somebody that they were known for being an athlete. Like, that's why Caitlyn is famous, because
you were on the box of Wheaties hiding who you truly were.
She was an Olympic athlete, and for her to like not even give a shit about younger kids that are trans that are interested in sports is just complete fucking bullshit. Like, she is such like trash, like, for real.
It's bad. She just lacks self-awareness. Like, you have to think about it. Like, you were going through all this trauma. What was all that for if you can't help people with it? Like, you were hiding yourself completely, and we all understand that story. We've heard so many of those stories. Hiding who you were while making those big achievements because you were then, classified as a male, and now you're robbing the futures of trans kids everywhere by making this little statement that actually causes a huge ripple. Like, come on.
It does.
Think before you fucking speak, bitch.
Yeah, and also she's killed somebody before.
Yeah.
There's that as well.
I mean, honestly, the whole Kardashian family plus Caitlyn are just
Jenner
like
clan,
the most like terrible people of all time. Like, we should not even be like giving, like, no one should be giving any money to these people. Like, they're just terrible people.
Pay them no minds.
Yeah. I don't know, girl. It infuriates me. It's like, it's just more upsetting when a trans person is like being anti-trans. Like, it just makes no damn sense. And I don't know. It is. I mean, like, I don't know. Fuck Caitlyn. You can not like Caitlyn and not be transphobic.
Right.
So use the right pronouns.
Right.
But
yes, exactly.
But fuck her.
Yeah, and honestly, like, just like that Tim Scott bastard, it's just like, y'all are just privileged tokens. So if you're okay with being the token, we're gonna let you. And when they've wrung you out like the strung out mop that you look like, don't come crawling back to us. We don't want it.
Yeah, girl. Wow. So we got some news stories there for you. I hope you guys enjoy them. If you liked any of the stories you heard, you can tip us or whatever you want to do.
Leave us comments on Twitter. Let us know what you think.
Yes, girl. Well, why don't we go ahead and take a quick break? My bloomin' onion has gotten cold now. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in the microwave, and I'll come back when it's nice and piping hot. Be right back, everybody. Support for Thanks for Coming, a RuPaul's Drag Race podcast, is brought to you by Manscaped, who is the best in men's below-the-waist grooming and hygiene. Manscaped is taking over the world and is now available in all of Europe, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand. Manscaped is trusted by over 2 million men worldwide. Join the movement for all of your below-the-waist grooming needs.
Woohoo! Yes, Manscaped.
Yes, and it really is so cool because it comes with like this really cool stand that you can, put on next to your vanity, and it doesn't take up much space at all. It keeps the trimmer charged. It uses USB, so if you need to travel or something, like, you can use it with pretty much anything. And another bonus, it has waterproof technology. So if you're like me, I love to shave in the shower. So this is perfect. So now I can start trimming my other areas with this.
Ooh.
So if you're listening to me speak right now, I want you to experience it firsthand for yourself. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code TFCPod at manscaped.com. This product is, of course, for all men. So even if you have a vagina, then you are still able to use this. This is Manscaped for all men.
Yes, for all men.
Yes, get 20% off and free shipping with the code TFCPod at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com. And use offer code TFCPod. Your balls and vaginas will thank you. Well, hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Honest Tea Spill of the Week. We are, of course, back again to bring you all the tea that's happening in RuPaul's Drag Race Down Under. Season 1, Episode 1. My bloomin' onion's hot. I've got a shrimp on the Barbie, and I am ready to go.
Go fuck yourself.
Yum, that sounds so good. I love bloomin' onions.
Yes, girl. Bring me that pumpernickel bread, girl, with the sweet butter.
I bet it's sweet.
I hate you.
Yes, girl. All right, so at the top of this show, of course, we have, this great cast of Sheilas, and they're now entering the workroom. Who did any of the entrances, I guess, stand out to you?
Well, for me, Artiste was the standout because, first of all, I love Artiste. We've known her for a long time. I can't believe she's only 28. First of all, that's crazy to me.
I feel like she's been around forever.
Yeah. So, but like, I just love, like, she has a way of like putting like things on her that are just like
clothes.
Well, no, it's just like the pops of color. Like, she's, because like her look was basically like paint, but she did it in a way that was like this like super like artistic way, like that.
Yeah.
It was just like perfect. And I just love her. And I think she's going to be one of the top contenders of this season.
She gave you a Dior silhouette with an Artiste twist, and I very much appreciated it.
Yes, girl. I really liked Ketamine. I liked that big hair and the campiness. It's just like, wow, her looks so like camp.
I'm laughing at the camp jokes. I liked Ketamine too. It was like a very dynamic look, just kind of the volume of the color in general. Like, I think that we could have kept this color scheme and had a completely different look, and it would have had the same impact, but I am a fan of a fierce pigtail, and this was definitely giving me life, this wig.
Yes, girl.
Yes, and I actually really also like JoJo's the Hoe. Like, I thought her look was really fun. I loved like the little like plastic sound that they inserted
That was great.
anytime she would move. But like, I actually thought this was a really fun look, and I thought
It was.
like, I don't know, like she was one of the better queens, I thought, from this intro. So a little bit disappointed at the end of this episode, but I really enjoyed her intro look.
Spoilers much. Really, the other queens looked great, but the ones we've mentioned were really my faves look-wise.
Karen from Finance
That was funny.
was good and very funny as well.
Yeah, she missed her mark. She had to go back.
She's like, where's the mark? Oh, no.
Clearly, those glasses aren't prescription.
No, girl. Yeah, there were some good entrances for sure. It was really entertaining. So then after that, we move on to the mini challenge. This week, the girls will be auditioning for the Walmart version of Marvel's flick Thar. And we have a special guest, Taika Waititi, to help with the auditions.
First of all, they were Trade. Hi,
Hey,
if you're listening.
Zaddy.
Hi, so
Yes,
cute.
he was Trade. I don't know who he is, but
He's a
he is
director,
Trade.
you idiot.
They said it on the show.
I know, but a director.
Did you
of
watch
what?
the show? Oh, of McDonald's, girl. He's the director on the board of McDonald's.
Stoney's like, hi, I'm here. What are we talking
Like,
about?
I don't even know what he directs, girl, but whatever.
Did you want a McDouble or something? Because I'm sure he can get it for you.
I'd like to meat disc, no bun.
How dare you?
So yes. So let's talk about these auditions. Were there any that stood out to you?
First of all, I think Artis is very shady, and in a fun way, and I think that they're going to be a force because I enjoyed their, and not just because I follow them forever, but it's fun for me to see Artis in action outside of just the kind of Instagram life, and I think that they're going to do very well. I laughed at this. I thought it was very funny. I liked Electra Shock, all that screaming, like it totally caught RuPaul off guard.
And the like illegible like reading of the lines, like that's the thing that that kind of like performance is what really tickles RuPaul's fancy, is when it's so, because like RuPaul talks like that sometimes too.
Oh yes, and I'm a kid who had a bad stutter in the early years of my life, so like even still on this podcast, even you might pick up on it sometimes. If I get really going, the words just start doing whatever they want, like my mouth is going and the words may not catch up and they might be going too fast. So with the kind of lisp of it all on this challenge, that added to that, and RuPaul is absolutely looking for you to make a fool of yourself and just have fun with it.
It's like, girl, we're in Australia and New Zealand, we're not in Lisbon.
I thought JoJo's the Hoe being like, I'm very mad. I'm mad.
I'm a straight man.
I'm so mad.
Testosterone.
Like,
Those
That
little
was very
assignments were
fun.
so funny.
Yeah, they were really cute. I like that JoJo clip a lot.
I also like Electra Shock just being like super like just screaming.
Scream Queen.
And just being like, I can't even reenact it. I don't want to do it on the podcast. I don't want to hurt anyone's ears.
I don't think our voices do that.
Yeah.
We don't need a blowout, you know?
Yeah.
No.
We're not trying to do that here.
No.
If I did that, I probably wouldn't be able to talk for like 2 weeks afterwards.
Yeah, I usually charge for good blowout, so.
Ooh, yes.
Also, Karen was kind of funny. Her little task to like keep dancing or the room will explode.
Oh, yeah. 5 hours later and you're still dancing. She's like holding her hat. I'm like, yes, bitch. Priorities. Make sure the wig is right and the accessories are in place.
Yes. So there were a lot of funny moments. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anybody we forgot. I think that Anita was pretty funny, although she was not very successful with her task that RuPaul presented her with.
I'm trying to think of the others, but nothing's jumping out.
Yes.
Sorry, listeners.
Sorry, everybody.
Let us know who you thought did the best.
Yes, girl. So at the end of this, the winner of the mini challenge is shockingly Electra Shock.
I think that scream did the trick. It caught RuPaul off guard. They were on the edge of their seat when that happened, and it was just like, oh my gosh. And she really went for it. So, she earned it.
Yeah, everyone was really surprised just because they like spent the whole time the entrances reading Electra's hair each time a new queen came in. They were like, her hair is thirsty, girl.
Oh my gosh, they were not holding back.
They were so mean to Electra. I don't know. I feel like she was kind of like the new girl. So it was like, oh, well, you're under, I forget who is it, Kitty Mean?
Yeah.
Or
Ketamine and Anita Wiglet.
Yeah, because she works for them or whatever. So it's kind of like, you're the new bitch. But then I thought it was hilarious that she won the mini because they were not expecting that at all.
Oh, totally not. And, that's usually how it happens. It's like you're wanting to shade the queens, but then, hey, they're catching Ru's attention, so you better focus on the competition.
Exactly. And it was also really funny, too. The dynamic between Anita Wiglet and Ketamine are really funny because, they are business partners at the Colucci Cabaret, which everyone there got hired to be on this season of Drag Race. So... I like the dynamic, and it was really funny then how Art was calling out Ketamine for saying that Anita rides her coattails.
Yeah. And also they made that comment oh, that's why my name is first.
I mean, even Anita said she feels like the sidekick, so it's there must be some truth to that.
Yeah, I'm sure it's just a little piece of ego, the usual.
Yes, girl. So before she's eliminated, JoJo talks about living on what it was like living at a mission, what used to be a mission in Western Australia. And this is something I would like to look a little bit more into to find out more information just so I'm educated. But
yes.
From what we were presented in the television show, she explains that this is a place where the black people lived. They were not allowed to leave without permission. They weren't allowed to go into the city. And it just sounds really crazy. And it's just something I was not aware of.
Yeah, it's very much segregation.
Yeah, I was talking to Jamal about this. I feel like it's wherever the UK colonized, super racist things happened, and it's very unfortunate because history is not very different between US and Australia. I guess US, we had a lot more slavery, obviously, but in Australia we're experiencing the same fucking racist bullshit.
Well, you've got the mistreatment of the Aboriginal people, and then you've got all of the layers that go with that. And it's absolutely right. It's racism is racism. I know recently in the U.S. we just had the kind of presidential address. I don't follow politics heavy like that. I catch the tea where I can because it's draining. But we have to acknowledge facts. They want to say things in the United States America's not racist, but this and this and this. No, America is racist. And we're going to do the same thing down under. Racism is racism. Everyone needs to be treated the same. And these Karens cannot excuse it by saying that they fucking go to church.
Yeah, like Karen from Finance.
I'm so fucking tired. Get over yourselves and learn. Read a book.
Well, because, there are the couple queens that have had a racist past, problematic past.
Oh, yeah, and I'm not shocked. It's never shocking to us.
Yeah, girl. It's just, I don't know. It's confusing. I was talking to one of our future guest hosts, and she was I was like, how do you, I don't know. It's just so weird. It's do you root for them? Because, obviously people have racist past. You want them to do better and, that sort of thing. So it's feels weird, rooting for people the couple queens on the show that have these, dark pasts.
That's right. And it's hard with the TV show because these things are filmed months in advance. But remember, listeners, it's about what the people are showing you, who they are now. Are they doing the work through their actions? Anybody can say what they're going to do and talk. We need to pay attention to the actions.
Definitely. All right. Well, moving on along here, let's go ahead and talk about the runway. So for this week's Maxi Challenge, the girls will be stomping the runway in a get-to-know-you ball. There will be 2 categories, Born Naked and No Place Like Home. No Place Like Home. Take me to Oz.
I thought it was Wizard of Oz, but Stoney was like, it's probably their hometown. It's like, great, we're going to look like dumb Americans, aren't we?
Well, I mean, it is like hometown, but like it's definitely a reference to Wizard of Oz. It's a double entendre.
Okay.
Yes, girl. So let's go ahead and start with the Born Naked category. What look stood out for you in this one here?
The Born Naked challenge, I really liked, oh my gosh, phone work. I liked Electroshock's look. It just had this, like, the pomp and circumstance of it all with the shoulder pads. It's kind of like a play on the genderfuckness of it all, because girls don't play football. And just kind of seeing that with that huge ass hair, like that horse mane of a wig, like I live for moments like that. And I think that it came off really well on the runway. It's probably my favorite.
Yeah, this is the RuPaul homage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I thought, first of all, this challenge, I thought this was like hard because like a lot of the looks, to be honest, I didn't love. This is not like my like type of challenge. I like looking at looks, because especially the first week, I feel like it's very difficult because it's like everyone's wearing like a nude look, right? Mm-hmm. So it's just like it's hard to be super excited. But I will say that I really enjoyed etcetera's look. I thought that was really cool because it was like a little bit of a play on like non-binary, and I loved like the blood like on her like chest and stuff, and I just thought that was a really good idea. I also thought that Artiste did a really good job. Like, I know it was kind of the half and half look, but I thought it was a good play on it because it was kind of like, okay, Born Naked and the rest is drag. So it was like,
yeah,
this half was her drag, and then the other half was like, this is me born naked. So I just thought that was really interesting.
And it's a hard category because it's nude illusion, but you can't just put on a bodysuit and draw where the titties would be and put a little fun bush. Like, we have to think outside of the box. So I agree with Stoney about Artiste. It's like, this is their interpretation, first of all, of the challenge, and it completes the challenge, but it's giving you a little more to look at. And the other queens could have taken the same chance. So it's really about thinking outside of the box with these challenges and delivering more than just a simple bodysuit with an oversized robe.
Yeah, girl, can we talk about Kitamine's homage to Aiden Zane's black and white look?
Wait, let me pull up Kitamine. Oh yeah. I didn't really like this one.
I mean, Aiden Zane, I've seen this look before.
The shoes are all wrong for this.
Honestly,
first of all.
like, I don't know. To me, this is probably one of my least favorite looks tonight.
Calm down, Kasha Davis. This is a styling issue, not a drag issue.
Yeah, I think there was a little bit of an execution issue with Anita, too. Like, I kind of wanted the snake to be a little bit bigger.
Ooh, yeah. The bigger, the better, if you know how to use it.
Yeah, it's the motion of the ocean, girl. Watch out for those sea serpents.
I also think Kitamine did a disservice to her with like her entry look, having such that huge wig, and then this wig like
floppy
on the
ponytail.
runway. It's just like, what is this?
Yeah, this is like the Joey J. I'm not wearing wigs of wigs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, but I feel like it's worse because it was just like she had such a huge wig on like her entry look.
Yeah, girl. I really in this, I don't know. I'm not sure how to say this without shading JoJo, but like JoJo made like this big statement about how like she was giving tribute to like her people, the indigenous people of Australia, and I'm like, girl, you're wearing like a bodysuit. I mean, like, this is the same thing that like Scarlett Adams is wearing.
And that's the, yeah. Where's the elevation? Like, I hate to do that to one of my brown girls, but we have to pay attention to detail, because from like the neck up, I guess it's fine. But then with the bodysuit, it's like you literally took a washable marker and drew your titties on, and then like, oh, here's the nipple. It's a little dot. I'm drawing the dot right here.
I was expecting something grand, like the way she built it up, or the way it was built up in the show. But
even with Anita, you can kind of see like where the bodysuit stops with the heels. Those are things that RuPaul and Michelle look for on the show. Like this isn't us bitching and nitpicking. This is like what we know the judges will call out.
Yes, girl. You know, I kind of like Maxie Shield. I feel like maybe she flew under the radar in this competition in episode 1, I guess I should say. But I was really into this because this is kind of like a sexy, bigger girl like look. I was like, you better work. It's very polished.
Yes, I agree. You can still see the body, even though she's wearing the trench coat and she's got the jewelry. It was styled appropriately, and it's still giving me nude illusion. This is thinking outside of the box and pushing that boundary.
Yeah, I agree. I thought it was a really good look for her, and like it was like giving us nude, but it wasn't like. It was like also giving us something that wasn't nude at the same time. Mm-hmm. So I really enjoyed that.
There's a lot to take in.
She's like rich, you know, like she's feeling it. And she has on this like opaque, like you can kind of see through and you can kind of see her breasts. And it's really sexy, you know, like, I don't know. I liked it.
Yeah, you can see her hips and her legs. And yeah, it worked really well on the RuPaul's main stage.
You know, I really did like Scarlett Adams' look too. Like, I just felt so bad she had such a blowout, like crikey.
Yeah, I think Scarlett there's potential there. So Scarlett, this is going to be one that needs to pay attention to detail and just really like hone their superstarness if they want to keep going strong in the competition.
Yes, girl, big time. I was kind of wondering, like, how did she not know this was not... Like, did she practice putting this outfit on? Like, what's the deal?
I'm just not a fan. Like, that's part of the reason I hate, like, this challenge is because it's just, like, people, like, putting on, like, bodysuits and, like, nude things. And it's just, like, I don't know. There could be a stronger challenge for the first episode. Like, I want to see, like... I don't know, best drag or something. Like, this to me is not like a first episode challenge.
Yeah. It gives the queens the opportunity to showcase their creativity, but sadly, it was kind of a flop.
Like Scarlett Adams, great. We saw that you put on like this plastic thing, you're skinny, and you put on this like plastic bodysuit that you sewed together because it like tore apart. Like, great. But like, I wish I could have seen something that was like, showed your like artistic side, you know what I mean? Like, this really wasn't artistic.
I think, well, and if that's what you're gonna do, you should come prepared. Like, you should make sure that it's not gonna rip. Like, it's a bit like she makes herself look like a gala, like, because I don't, you know, it's like, I don't know, it's just like, was she like rushing to push it on? She ripped it. Like, girl, you should have practiced like a couple times.
Right. And some people have scars on their body, so that's fine. But it's more about the preparedness of it all. It's like you really had this made, and then you probably didn't put it back on until you were about to walk onto the main stage.
Yeah, maybe she was feeling like a little bit iffy about it. You know, she was like just hoping it would work out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then also too, like, I don't think we talked about Karen from finance, but I thought that was really great, and she told the story really well, so I really enjoyed her look too.
Karen did really well.
Yes,
girl. All right, well, let's go ahead and move on to our next category, which is There's No Place Like Home.
Well, Karen from finance was funny. She was fully in character. Her shoes even came off because she was so tipsy. Which, girl, I've been there, so I understand.
Yeah, I thought she did good. She was kind of all over the place, like definitely playing up to her character. I thought Artiste was really good coming out. Like, it was obvious there was going to be a reveal at this point, but when she did do the reveal, it was very punk, and I really enjoyed like kind of the graffiti look. I just thought her look was really good. And okay, I don't want to get the girl's name wrong. I think it was etc. The one that had the bird in her hand. Was it etc.?
That was Scarlett Adams, I think.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, Scarlett. It was Scarlett. Yeah, the one that had the bird, and it was the black dress with the bird. I thought that was brilliant. Like, to me, that was like a top look, because I just thought that was amazing. Like, it looked like the bird was just like plucking the feathers and stuff. Like, I just thought that was perfect.
Yeah, that look like with the hair too. I'm pretty sure this is an Annie Lennox reference. So if you know, let me know if I'm wrong. You can let me know that you can correct me.
I like the way Electroshock's outfit moved on the stage, on the main stage, but I do have to agree with the judges. I think that we could have gone with a different wig just to kind of pull the look in a little more. It felt like there was a lot going on, and I appreciate the pride fur on the back, but we might have an editing opportunity there.
Yeah, girl, I it's like I wanted to like this look, but this was a mess, girl. Like,
it was a lot going on.
Yeah, this was just flat out. Like, I just there's I don't know, girl. Like, I want to like you, girl, but this is not it for me.
Not feeling it.
Like, I'm trying not to be like too shady or like critical or whatever, but this is just this needs a little bit more thought to it, I think, because she had to explain it, in so much detail to the judges.
Yeah, and that's always a problem. If you have to explain too much, then it's a flop.
Yes, girl. Yeah, I don't know. Were there any other looks that you wanted to talk about?
I was trying to pull it up on socials, but Drag Race seems to hate Drag Race Down Under. I can't find them.
Yeah, I can't. I'm trying to think. I don't know of any others that were just like, wow, this is amazing.
What do you think about JoJo's statement piece?
I like the statement piece. It was just, those moments are always powerful, but it lands differently when the editing isn't there. Like, we could see the stocking under the wig and just like little things like that we all know the judges are looking at. We're looking for that polish, girl. So I appreciate the message, but this drag could have been executed a little better, just a pinch better.
Yeah, I just don't think it was as polished, like, for the runway, but I did like the look. I don't know. I also felt like JoJo's The Hogue kind of got a raw deal this episode. I don't know.
But also, too, listeners,
I didn't want her to go because it's also like trade of the season. So
yeah,
like,
they're definitely the cutest on the season. But also, polish doesn't necessarily mean like you buy the most expensive things and you just look good because you put it on. Polish is executing the idea in a way that, showcases your drag and your art appropriately to RuPaul. You don't have to have all the money in the world. You just have to make yourself look good and look like something.
Yes, girl. You know what? I'm looking at Anita's. I get it's like a sheep ram outfit. I just noticed like she has like on those like Gaga heels that don't have. They're like the really high heels that don't have like the heel on it. I'm like,
oh yeah, they look like hooves.
Yeah, that's very impressive. So I'm here for Anita. I just love like how wackadoodle like Anita is. I think like so far she's like one of my favorites.
I think Anita's gonna grow on me.
Yeah, I do enjoy her, Anita. She's just such an oddball, but I love it.
Yes, girl. I don't know how I feel about this rugby look.
Oh, the black dress. It was like sports glam.
Yeah, I was not getting rugby from it, but I do like 69.
They should have played with colors more. Like, I appreciate a black and white moment. You can't go wrong with like black and white fashion, like on the garment. But when I think of rugby, I think of those striped shorts. I think of shorts, yes, but the striped rugby shirts. So maybe there was an opportunity missed to play with more color and make it kind of like a jersey dress gown. I think making it all black, and black is hard to serve on any RuPaul's Drag Race runway. I did not know she was holding a ball until she was leaving because it was blending in so well. So these are the things we have to think about.
Absolutely. So I feel like we've covered the ball quite extensively. So to move on, the winner of this episode or this mini challenge and episode, whatever you want to say, is Karen from Finance.
Congratulations, Queen. You deserved.
That makes sense to me. She was the most consistent, so I felt like she had some good looks, and I approve.
And she had out-of-the-box ideas. She pushed the boundaries of the categories, and judges love to see that.
Absolutely. So then that leaves us with the bottom two this week, which are JoJo's a Hoe and Electra Shock. They are lip syncing to maybe one of Aussie's most famous musical acts, the Bee Gees.
JoJo's a hoe. And I totally felt from the beginning that Electra would be in the bottom as well, just because of the like, oh, boss is here. They kind of just put her in the bottom since the ashy wig. So I hated that she had to prove herself so soon. But, you know, the cards fell where they fell.
It was a pretty funny lip sync, though.
Yeah, there was a lot of contact in this lip sync. Like, it made me feel very uncomfortable a lot of times. And I also felt like, I don't know, like it made me feel very like anxious because Electra, once she started just like doing fucking like splits and shit, like I was just like, I felt bad because I'm like, JoJo, like you're not doing anything right now.
There was no life. Like, come on, you're on the RuPaul's Drag Race stage. Serve something.
It was like Rosé, like doing her last dance
with her tweaked ankle.
Yeah.
Did JoJo have a tweaked ankle?
Rosé's like,
and a blush bodysuit.
Rosé's like, just let her win.
Maybe JoJo got kicked in the ankle by a kangaroo. You know, they can kick pretty hard.
Tace is pointing out where the marbles are. Look down, JoJo, look down.
Yes, girl. So at the end of this lip sync, well, Electra Shock is safe, which means JoJo's a hoe must sashay away.
It's so sad. One of our brown girls going home already.
I know.
It's
They're
too
like,
soon.
diversity, we don't need you here.
Oh, shade. 2T.
Hey,
TTT.
that's for RuPaul to answer, but I mean, JoJo could have pushed it a little harder, for sure.
Yeah, and RuPaul could have been in drag.
Oh, we haven't talked about that. Did the bitch really leave her makeup or what?
I think Raven missed her flight.
Yeah, I was going to say the same. Like, Raven missed her damn flight is what happened.
Yeah, you know how they are with, like, in Australia about the darker queens, so...
RuPaul, I'm going to come out and say it just because no one else will, or some of the queens have, so I take that back. Maybe we should start doing some makeup tutorials yourself on your profile or RuPaul's Drag Race, because all the girls are out here dragging you for not knowing how to do your own makeup. Yes, you can pay a bitch, but we respect a bitch who can actually still do the art and have the show.
Yes,
Scorpio
girl.
to Scorpio. Let's get it together, bitch.
Yes, girl. That was very dramatic. I think she's going to be in drag the rest of the season. Fingers crossed. But yeah, that was a mess.
It was.
This was some Ruby Red shit right here.
I mean, they played it off well, but I was like, okay, girl, we need to stop this. Like, you're just giving the people ammo. You're just giving the ammo to them freely.
Yeah, girl. Overall, though, I really enjoyed this episode. I think this is going to be a really fun season. I feel like I'm going to need a goon next time to accompany me with a show. You know, I promise we're not going to be like the stereotypical, like, you know, Americans trying to pretend to be Australian or New Zealand or Kiwi, you know, whatever. But, you know, it's the first episode and we got to, you know, give our RuPaul effort into this show.
I mean, we're probably going to be really mean next time, so...
So at least Stoney will be.
Yeah.
Well, Kasha Davis will
I mean,
think
this
that
is
you're
the
being
first episode.
mean.
Give me next episode to, like, figure everyone out, and then I'll be super shady.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, that first... I mean, come on, look at the entrances. These queens want shade. They can clearly take it. If they're being as shady as they were about literally every queen that walked through the door...
rude little bitch.
Like, every queen that walked through the door, someone had something to say about it. So I have a feeling these queens to take it, and I'm not worried.
Yes, girl. It's going to be a fun season. I did want to try and incorporate some of the Aussie slang into the show, so hopefully you all caught my references. And if you did, feel free to tweet us and let us know how I did.
And we
if you
love to
didn't,
learn.
Venmo us.
Oh my gosh.
Yes,
we love to
girl.
learn, listeners. So if we let us know how to use the slang, let us know if there's any like Aussie slang that you want to hear us use, like in a fun, use it in a sentence segment. Reach out and connect with us on Twitter and Instagram.
Yes, girl. And don't forget, you Aussies and New Zealanders down there, you are more than welcome to go onto manscaped.com to grab any type of manscaping technology that you need. They have a lawnmower 3.0, a weed whacker, cute undies, nice shirts, nice ball accessories, and you can go to manscaped.com, use our offer code TFCPod, and you can get 20% off and free shipping and handling. Actually, I'm pretty sure they're based in Australia. Manscaped, yeah. So support your people and go ahead and go on over to manscaped.com and purchase something fun with our offer code so that we can make more money.
Yes, it's getting warm over here in Indiana, so I had to use my weed whacker a couple days ago to get my nostrils right for these allergies.
Do it, you dumb bitch.
Yes, girl. Yes. And keep those tips rolling in. It's really lovely. We love to see them at you can Venmo us at TFC Pod. You can Cash App us at $TFC Pod. We love getting tips. Ooh.
And you can find all the updates on our link tree. Anything you want, from donation options, interviews, and other places to listen. So please engage with us. We love to hear from you.
Yes. And maybe if you want to hear us, if you enjoyed the beginning of this podcast, our news segment, our hot goss, feel free to Venmo us and tell us topics or stories you'd like for us to cover.
Absolutely.
Just do it, please.
If I don't get Venmos, I don't get to eat, you guys. I really need you guys to send this money in.
Help me, I'm poor.
Yes. All right,
We're ready
all.
to... Go ahead.
All right, you all, we are going to leave you with this. We hope you enjoyed our first episode of Drag Race Down Under coverage. We will, of course, be back next week. I don't know if I'll be staying up till midnight to watch it this time, but we will be back next week. And until then, bye.
Bye.
Bye, Shayla.